Hey, what's going on, guys? Caught of Truth here with some more Battlefield 3 gameplay, and today I want to discuss with you all something that you guys have probably heard a lot of commentaries on and you've watched a ton of videos about, but it's something that I've not done on my channel for quite some time in regards to a video, and it's something that I always want to encourage, and I guess you could say promotes to not only Battlefield 3 players, but even Medal of Honor Warfighter, Halo, Crisis, or any FPS game, or any game at all for that matter, with the objective being the focus. If you're playing a game in the game mode, it has to deal with an objective. If that's the ultimate goal, that's really what this commentary is about. And that's never, ever, ever giving up on that objective. You never know what can happen, and actions of 1, 2, 3, or 4 guys can make a difference as long as you continue to go after that objective and not settling for the fact that you've lost, not being content and saying, okay, they've won, well, let's just wait for the next round. And no. This video is really all about just playing that until the end. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect at this. By no means is that the case. I don't do this all the time. And I'm almost making this video as a self-reminder of why I need to be doing this all the time. Because I seriously think the game was just showing me right here what happens when you play that objective until the end. You have moments like these where it just, I don't know, it gets me excited. You get a sense of accomplishment, it gets my blood pumping, and I just want to play some more. And it really turns me into a more objective-focused player, which is, of course, what I always want and try to be. But I'm going to walk you through what's going on here, give you all the details, kind of the rundown as far as what's happening, and then I'll discuss one critical movement that our squad makes later on towards the round that helps our team push for this last base. So as you can see here, I'm playing some rush attack on Wake Island. Our team got that first the first crate, the Alpha crate, but we could not get the Bravo one. We armed it to start the round, but unfortunately the enemy team defused it, and then they set up some pretty darn good defenses, and we had some trouble trying to get through. These first few clips are just some failed attempts of myself and our squad trying to infiltrate our enemy's defenses. And right here, something you always need to remember, that for one, that you can do, and for two, that you need to do, especially when it comes to competitive matches, matches where the ticket count's really close, or you need that extra ticket, because it does two things. One, it'll give you ticket back, and two, the guy is back up, and if he was a medic before, now he's back up, and he's another soldier that can shoot a gun and fight, which is two things that you obviously want to have and you want to get back. So right here, I have switched and run the M416. In the assault class, because desperate times call for desperate measures, and this gun, I need a gun that can win just about every single engagement, which really this gun does. It's a fantastic weapon, and I need to be able to heal not only myself, but the rest of my team, and of course revive, which is always something you want when you're running low on tickets. But as you saw, our squad took that boat around kind of back towards the enemy spawn, and we set up on this little rock right here, and this is a fantastic spot to set up. Why? Because you create a distraction. Now, there's one thing you need to keep in mind that you need to be very careful of when doing this, and that's the fact that the enemy team will spawn behind and to your left, just down that hill which I ran up. Just keep that in mind if you want to set up and use this as kind of like a base of attack or point of attack, and just, I don't know, kind of like your headquarters in a sense of the where you launch your attack from when going after these objectives. So just keep that in mind. But what this does is that gives us a rock for cover, still allows us to shoot on to give us advantage in gunfights for enemies that are caught out in the open. And it does create that distraction because we're shooting them in the back, and they're going, whoa, 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 what's shooting us in the back? They're turning around and looking at us, which allows for the rest of our team, which before was just running straight ahead at the enemy, and then they were getting slaughtered, basically, allows them to push forward. And basically, we've got them sandwiched, and it's incredibly hard to defend against that, and which are really allowed for the rest of our team to push forward and arm that crate. So that's something you always want to remember, that sometimes you don't always have to go after the MCOM. Like playing the objective, once again, until the end, never quitting on it, doesn't mean you have to go after it. You just have to basically, with that in mind, create a distraction to allow the rest of your team to do that, whether it be clearing out of a whole bunch of enemies, whether it just be shooting off your gun in a sense of drawing attention, anything like that to just help your team get to that objective. So hopefully you guys kind of, I don't know, this video helped remind you of the fact that it's so important to always be playing that objective. And next time you're jumping into a game, whether it be Rush, Conquest, or any other game in general, whatever you play, Halo, Crisis, etc., that just, hey, if it gets kind of a close round and you want to give up, just remember, don't ever give up on that objective because you never know what can happen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.